and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about a home field advantage, you have to consider Kinnick Stadium. The fans are right on top of the action. They are on top of the opponent's sideline, making it one of the most difficult places to play in all of college sports. Named after Niall Kinnick, a war hero, the beautiful wave to the Cancer Children's Hospital. This is one of the most iconic spots to watch a college football game in the country. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Hawkeyes ready to kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Chambers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
There's a crease. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Marshall. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. Uncorks it. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the 1st quarter, for goodness sakes.
Fires to the big fella. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. He'll take it himself. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
They run it, they get the 1st down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank it.
Got a little grass. Bulldozes his way through. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Throwing, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally...
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Picks up the 1st down. There he goes down the right side. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Hawkeye. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Chambers. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. This should be the last play of the quarter. to the tight end. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Might have a chance. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Finds a man on the right. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Here's Underwood to throw. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense drags him down. It'll be third and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's looking deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going. But once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides. And it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Under fire. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Looking to throw again. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Finds his man. Runs through a man. He might have space. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. This quarterback part of their running game. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. To the air, it's Underwood. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up fourth down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guy.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Along the sideline, got it in the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. Iowa spends his second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And the Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out.
There's some room. He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He's going to fire deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Michigan. That one will give them the lead.
And these plays take time to develop. Nice job by the offensive line, buying some time. And how about the quarterback with a great decision? Seeing his receiver start on the left side, come all the way across the formation, get him the football. He does the rest, gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like the return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Coming out with it, it's Chambers. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They get to him as he throws. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback keeps it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
Pocket breaking down. And down he goes.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
They'll run play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Hawkeye! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wide receiver going in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Throwing, Underwood. Bringing the heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle box as he knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Makes the grab on the left. He stopped just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. Needed more to move the sticks. It'll be fourth down. Fourth down, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Underwood steps away to find some room. Looking for his man in the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success in the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Here's Underwood to throw. Looking to scramble. Throws for the tight end. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
You talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
It's a 1-possession game in the 4th. Now on the move. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Calls his own number. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fires into the end zone.
Mr. Second.
Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
Extra point, anything but routine. It's good, and we're tied here in the fourth quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Handoff, Moulton running left. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Swings it out to the flat. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll give it to Moulton. Maybe some room here. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Hawkeyes will snap it on first and 10. Kamari again. Fights off the defender.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Give running right, it's Kamari. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Iowa! They've got the lead here in the fourth. The Hawkeyes with the get back. Attempt to try. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside, and he loses the football on the return.
And they're going to get an earful from the coach. Those are the plays that it better work. That lateral better go to the guy. He better chew up big yards or you're going to be in trouble. I get it, trying to make a play, trying to make something happen, but instead you made something happen for the other team, and you're getting an earful.
CFP.
And the Hawkeyes couldn't have asked for better field position as they get a chance to strike here. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
is just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up. I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams. Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting two Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a third Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Trojans headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Makes the quick grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Makes the grab. It's Richardson. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. A give to Brown. Finding some room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Working that wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Hand off for Brown. And they're able to make the tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Right back to it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks in his toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. The short hands. It's Anderson. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bowman. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
It's complete to the right. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Back has it. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Here's Brown to begin the drive.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a win.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Going right and going deep. He's got it down the field. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. First down here for the offense. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Off play action. On the run, still looking. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Got it down the field. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. When the defense loses you like that, you have to find a way to make sure the quarterback sees you.
Man, I guess that's waving your arms. Hey, I'm open. I never really understood that because I never feel like you're running as fast, but he got by the defense. Quarterback gets outside the pocket, makes the big completion down the field.
To the air on 1st down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They'll run Isaac Brown to the right. And he's in.
Bum.
One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Vols ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Carr unloads it left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow.
That is not how you drew it up offensively. You want to come out, get some things established, get your quarterback in a rhythm, get the positive mojo going. The opposite just happened. Just made a big mistake. Now you just created so much momentum for the other team. Defense, please come and bail me out.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. comes onto the field ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Carr. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. 4th down, Carr. Throws to the wideout. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Flies it out of the air. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it.
Watching film of this guy, one of the things that really stood out to me was his catch radius, how you just need to throw it somewhere near his body, and he can reel it in. How great was that one-handed stab? Just climbs the ladder.
Touchdown! Finding Irish. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he puts through the extra point. An 84-yard drive there. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Bishop. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. grabbed behind the line. It's Bishop. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
A strike downfield. Right down the boulevard. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown ball. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a second down. Here's Carr to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Catch in the middle, it's Gilbert. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Dropping back, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Running inside, it's Williams. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. On the ground, it's Mobley. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Carr fires to the wideout. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Got it set up on the outside. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Bishop. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Ball don't lie, baby.
He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Rush is on him. They're setting up the screen. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Offense in a bunch formation. Throwing. Carr. Got a man. It's Flanagan. There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Play action, C.J. Carr. Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And they did tack on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Sweet cut there. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's fourth down. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Volunteers will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Deep shot for the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, Greg.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Volunteers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses so far have been up for the challenge.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in the...
Looking for a deep man. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Scarlet.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting a run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Snags it, and he's open. The 30, past the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown.
He can keep putting together games like this. He might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart. Nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
Bye-bye. Later. See ya. Peace.